G'day, Daza here from Smoking Hot Rocks Competition Barbecue Team. Today we're going to show you how to cook the perfect steak on the Buschbeck Outdoor Oven. Right, so here we have a Scotch fillet steak. So the butcher's trimmed it up quite nicely, so there's not a lot of prep work to be done on it. But we're going to be cooking it on these beautiful cast iron grill. So we're going to be moving it around a bit. I'm going to show you how to set up the oven to have a hot side and a cold side. So the first thing what you find with these steaks is actually two muscles. So you've got this one and this one there. So when you're going to be moving this around, you don't want this to break apart. So what we do is we take a piece of butcher string, you line it up so it's even, like so, and just wrap around it, like so. Nothing fancy, just give her a few turns like this. That'll just help hold it. Not too tight, just firm like that. Like so. Just do a normal knot like this, like that. That's pretty good. A little bit of peanut oil just helps. I'm going to put on some smoky pastures. This is an all-round rub. As you can see, I go quite heavy with the rub. I like to let this sort of get to room temperature. Like if it's cold straight out of the fridge, no good. Just let it rub up, let it sit, let it come to room temperature. You know, keep it covered if you need to, but it won't cause any problem. And yeah, it gets it to that right temperature before we put it on the grill. So I'll still let that sweat up a little bit, and then I'm going to add another rub to it. Yeah, so now the steak's resting, it's sweating up. So what I've done here is I've put some Aroma Chef Hot Rocks to the left. I'm going to let those heat up, and as you can see, I've got a hot side and a cold side. Because what's going to happen is I'm going to lower this once probably down to probably just above the charcoal. I'll put a little bit of the lump charcoal on top. Once it's all up to temperature, it'll all go white, and then I'll put some on. Creates a really nice flavour, gives a nice smoky, real natural flavour. And I'll drop that right down and really get this grill piping hot. And then we're going to sear it off, and I'll show you how to do that. And then because it's like nearly a 30mm steak, so it's quite thick, if we were to cook that steak the whole time on this side, on the hot side, the chances are the outside will be burnt and the inside will be raw. So what we do is then we move the steak across and carry on cooking. Now the Buschbeck oven's been going for a few hours, so all the nice bricks and everything in here are all nice and hot. So so that sort of creates a nice temperature to carry on cooking the steak. So you'll see how that's all done, and we'll move back onto the steak. Right, the steak's been resting for about 10 minutes. It's sweated up. You can see that the moisture started to pull out of the steak. So now I'm going to put our finishing rub on. This is a bit of one of my secrets. So, but any good steak rubs, this is sort of quite very savoury. Little bit of heat. I don't put too much on. Just a little finishing like that. So the charcoal's come up to temperature now. I've had the cast iron grill quite low, right above the charcoal to get it nice and hot. I've lifted it up probably about 3 or 4 inches above the charcoal. Just checking the temperature of it, it's about 300 Celsius on the top of the grills. Yeah, 270. So that in Fahrenheit, 520. So that's good to go. So our steak is all ready. Just take a little bit of oil, and then we're going to press down on it lightly, and then we're going to run that 1:30 on that side. You can put a little weight on the top just to help the grill mark. You can just press it down with your hand. If you want to get those really nice grill marks, you do 1 minute 30 one side, twist, 1 minute 30, then flip the steak, do exactly the same, 130, 130, and then we'll move it across so it's not getting the direct heat. Good. Good. And then we're going to take it across to the more of the cooler side to let it finish over there, so it doesn't keep getting that direct heat on that side. The temperature, internal temperature, is about 135 Fahrenheit, so that's really where I want to take it off, and I want to rest it for 5 minutes. So we'll take it off now, like so. Just going to give it a little bit of butter. You can brush it on. It'll be a 5 minute rest, and then we'll cut her open. Should be medium rare. So it's been 5 minutes. Nice 5 minute rest. So we'll cut this steak open. So here. Beautiful. Oh yeah, that is beautiful. That's nice tenderest part of the steak. Oh, that is next level. Oh, that is perfection. Get on your Buschbeck. Get doing these. Fantastic. Well, there you have it. The perfect steak on your Buschbeck. It's not so hard to do. You've seen it. Just follow Daza's tips and tricks. You'll be bang on.